What is going on, guys? Chip here. Welcome back to another Pokemon TCG online video, where today we're going to be taking a look at a Lonzoroark deck profile. Now, you guys may be like, what the heck is Lonzoroark? Well, this is a deck that was popularized over at the San Jose Regional Championships, and the reason it's called Lonzoroark, I've heard some people asking online, is because there's a professional basketball player called Lonzo Ball, or his name is Lonzo Ball. And so they just kind of took that, the group that created the deck just kind of took that name and made it like a play on words, like Lonzoroark, Lonzoroark. So it became Lonzoroark. That's the name of the deck. And basically what you need for your deck to be Lonzoroark, there's like a checklist. You need Zoroark-GX, you need Sudowoodo, you need Alolan Muk, and you need Seismitoad. Those are the kind of components that I would consider to make a deck a Lonzoroark deck. And yeah, definitely one of the most popular archetypes in San Jose, and a lot of people would consider this to be one of the decks to beat heading into Dallas. Zoroark's trade ability, along with Riotous Beating and Sky Field, and just being able to take one-shots on basically anything it could go up against, make this deck extremely powerful. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and hop in and take a look at this deck, starting off with Zoroark-GX here, the 210 HP Stage 1 Dark-type Pokemon with that trade ability, letting us discard our card from our hand to draw 2 cards. Just a really solid ability. It helps us keep our deck consistent, smooth, and streamlined. And we also have Riotous Beating here, 20 damage for each of our Pokemon in play. We are, of course, playing 4 of this guy, just the utmost consistency here, and we're playing a 1-1 split of the other 2 Zoroarks that we have access to. There's actually multiple, but these are the better ones. We've got Mind Jack here, 10 damage, and it does 30 more for each of your opponent's benched Pokemon, so a really solid one-prize attacker. And then we also have the Foul Play Zoroark. Choose one of the defending Pokemon's attacks and use it as this attack. Really strong for sure, and it can just come in super clutch, and it's a shiny Seeker rare. We gotta play it when we get the chance, of course, right? We also have 1 copy of Sudowoodo of our own. Sudowoodo is something we definitely don't want to be going up against. Roadblock is very annoying, but we do have ways around it that we'll talk about. Your opponent can't have more than 4 benched Pokemon. If they have 5 or more benched Pokemon, they discard benched Pokemon until they have 4 Pokemon on the bench. So limiting our opponent's side of the field is just a really powerful effect. And if we do go up against it, we have the Alolan Muk as an option with that Power of Alchemy ability. Each base Pokemon in play, each player's hand, and in each player's discard pile has no abilities. So really, really strong for sure. And then kind of just finishing out the support Pokemon, we've got the Exeggcute here with Propagation. We can put it from our discard pile into our hand once during the turn, and just really good synergy there with that trade ability. We can always put Egg in our hand and trade it away. Just always pop it up and trade it away if we need it. 1 copy of Seismitoad-EX. This is mostly going to be here for that Night March matchup. Item Lock is very good against it. It's good against things like Gyarados as well that rely really heavily on items, and it can just be really solid as kind of like a cleanup attacker. If we don't ever take a one-hit knockout on something, Seismitoad can come in and clean it up for us. And 3 copies of Tapu Lele-GX. You guys know all about that card, letting us just get that turn 1 Brigette as often as possible, and then 2 copies of Shaymin-EX for that good setup ability. Let's go ahead and expand it here and take a look at the rest of what we're working with. We do have 1 copy of Battle Compressor, just kind of a good thinning card whenever we draw it. We'll always be able to discard some stuff to thin our deck and make our trades a little more likely to hit what we need. And it's also good for us to just get Exeggcute in the discard pile. 1 copy of Computer Search as the A-Spec of choice, of course, just the strongest A-Spec in the game. 1 copy of Field Blower. Managing our opponent's tools can be useful, and there's also just important things to deal with, like Garbotox and Garbodor, getting rid of Fighting Fury Belts on 180 HP basic Pokemon. We could go up against things that play like Focus Sash, something like that. We want to be able to manage our opponent's tools. We do have 4 Puzzle of Time, so if we ever need to get anything back, like the one of Field Blower, we have Puzzle of Time to potentially do that for us. 1 copy of Rescue Stretcher. Also, we can get it back with Puzzle of Time if we need to shuffle some more Pokemon back, but it's definitely really useful since we have, you know, 4 basics that have 6 evolutions in the deck. So we'll never use 4 Zoroark-GX. Most likely we'll end up trading the 3rd and 4th one away sometimes, maybe just the 4th one. Getting 3 in a game is pretty solid. We got 4 copies of Ultra Ball, just consistency card here. 4 via Seeker, going to let us reuse any of those supporters we put in the discard pile. 3 copies of Sky Field, letting us get that huge bench of 8 Pokemon to take one-shots. 1 copy of Acerola to pick up a damaged Pokemon in play. 2 copies of Brigette to just increase that turn 1 odds, and also we don't want to prize it if we just play the 1. 3 copies of Colress. I upped this to a 3 count because it's just so good on that second turn. After we've Brigitted, maybe our opponent's benched a couple Pokemon, Colress just is instantly the best supporter on turn 2 most of the time. 1 copy of Ghetsis. This is just really powerful to get a good read on your opponent, and if you know that you've got a good feeling that they've got a lot of items in their hand, you can just Ghetsis and maybe win one over on them there. 1 copy of Guzma, letting us bring up something on our opponent's side. We do play a split with Lysandre as well. I could definitely just see this being 2 Guzma, though. We got 1 copy of Hex Maniac so that we can just shut off our opponent's abilities. There's a lot of ability-reliant things in the format. 1 copy of Karen. You guys know all about Karen. Going to be here for that Night March matchup. And we've got in as well as a disruption option in the deck. 3 copies of Choice Band to make sure we can hit those numbers. 2 Float Stones so we can move our active around if we need to. And 4 double colorless energy to round the deck out. And that should do it. So we're going to go ahead, hop over to the Versus Ladder, and we're going to grab a game, starting off today's video right away, and see if we can get a win. Papel Renegade here. Renegado. Looks like a water, grass, colorless deck, I think is what I saw, so it could be like Blastoise or something like that. So my opponent is going to go first, and if it is indeed Blastoise, going second against Blastoise is never fun, because they always get the turn 1 Blastoise, but we'll see what happens. Looks like we both took some mulligans here, and that's my mulligan. Do have to start Lele, unfortunately. We do get to see what my... Normally I should get to see my opponent's first mulligan at least, right? But they must have another mulligan here. Yeah. Okay. And looks like it's actually going to be a Golisopod Garbodor deck? Yep, Golisopod Garbodor. Okay. So Garbodor, of course, not fun for us to deal with, but we can take 1-hit KOs on the Golisopods with our Zoroarks, and they're going to be 2-hit KOing us. So we'll go ahead and take all the mulligans, give them all to me. And we see Wimpod, we see a Trubbish, and a Seismitoad comes out. Gonna just attach to the active. Let's see where he retreats into. Looks like Trubbish is gonna be his choice. Muscle Band goes onto the Toad, so Muscle Band, not Choice Band. And a Shaymin set up for 5. So going second in the Stage 1 mirror is always unfortunate, but we are playing a deck that can 1-hit KO him, whereas my opponent is going to have a harder time 1-hit KOing us. Going to Ultra Ball away 2 Ultra Balls there. And let's see what this is going to go for. Tapu Koko, so he's just going to Wimp out into the Koko, most likely on this first turn. All his discard pile is just 3 Ultra Balls, that's funny. And we'll just probably see a pass after this. No supporter, interestingly enough. And we top deck a Puzzle of Time, so not super useful. So he must have a great hand or a really kind of awkward hand. We're definitely just going to go ahead and bridge it. Get rid of those 2. Maybe could have gotten rid of something that wasn't the end, since we could get item locked at some point. And we also... Yeah, but I'd rather get rid of that than I think I'd rather get rid of that than an item, because we want to limit our items as much as we possibly can. Field Blower is going to be important for us as well. We're definitely going to go grab Brigette. And I think we just go double Zorua and a Pseudo. Based on what my opponent's got over there, Pseudo seems fine. Well, it does get shut off by Toad. Honestly, maybe just 3 Zorua, excuse me, is going to be best. So we'll go ahead and do that. And yeah, I think we're just going to go ahead and grab 3 Zorua. And we do only have 1 Float Stone in the deck, so with no attachment this turn, there's a chance if he item locks us, we can't retreat Lele. And we're not going to play out items, though. And we'll just pass onto my opponent's turn. Let's see what they have happening. We can get a stand-in Zoroark knockout on the Koko next turn. And let's see if they were able to top deck into something a little better. No, just a pass. So, yeah, that's a little rough, honestly. We'll go ahead and evolve this guy as well, and we'll go Colress for 8. Pretty solid. Maybe being able to capitalize on my opponent's rough starts. Nothing really going yet. We'll go ahead and trade. Should we go Ultra Ball? We can Ultra Ball away Karen Hex. Hex isn't super good here in this matchup. We will get another Zoroark. And then what do we trade away from here? We could have also maybe gotten a Shaymin so we could draw some more cards. I just want to find DCE. I think we'll trade away... the Toad. Probably don't want to bench that since it's just a Guzma Glisopod knockout target. And we'll trade away Muk here. Not going to be super useful. And we got double Puzzle so we could go Ultra Ball, but I don't want to play too many items. I think we're going to play 1 via Seeker in case he does punch us. Probably playing a little too scared around that, but we'll just go pass. Not a great whiff, but it is what it is. Looks like he's playing a split of Trebuchets, so that's interesting. And we might just see him go Garbage Collection, put an Ultra Ball on top if his hand is really that bad. It's interesting that he got rid of 2 Ultra Balls. He did leave himself with 1 card and set up for 5. You could have left yourself with at least 1 Ultra Ball, so you guarantee you have some option to get like Lele or something next turn. But looks like my opponent did not do that. Okay, Sky Field. I want to find DCE Float Stone or just DCE this turn. We can trade away Colress. Choice Band, maybe? No, we need Choice Bands. Stretcher. Yeah, trades are always so awkward early on when you still have a lot of resources you want. We'll just get rid of Stretcher. Man, no DCE yet. I really wanted to like Guzma kill this and have a DCE, but that might be a little greedy. We could Ultra Ball for Zorua and then trade. I think we'll just trade the Ultra Ball. I don't want to trade anything else away, is the main thing. We find Float Stone, so that's good. We'll put that on Zoroark. Choice Band could also be good on Zoroark, though, honestly, to 180 the Toad. But I think we'll just do this. We'll do this. And no DCE, unfortunately. We will go ahead and just play Skyfield, and I think we're just going to Colress. If we could have gotten a Guzma, that would have been optimal, or ideal, but it didn't end up happening. And we do find a DCE. And I think we'll just go knockout with Zoroark-GX. Yeah. I think that is fine. Oh, we probably shouldn't have given him the Skyfield, because now he can Ultra Ball for... Well, we're taking a knockout anyway, so he could Ultra Ball for Shaymin or Lele or whatever. I don't think I'm going to play the Field Blower. So we know he's going to Ultra Ball most likely this turn. We get a Shaymin there out of the prizes. Coco does come up. And let's see what my opponent is going to go for. Gonna Ultra Ball. And maybe we'll get an idea of kind of how awkward their hand was via Seeker Float Stone, so those are both kind of useless. Or getting rid of Float Stone, though, is good to see because that'll be less tools once we Field Blower this that they can hit after we do that. And let's see if this goes for like a Lele. And no, just going to go for a Glisopod here. So, what is in their hand? Did they finally top deck something that turn? Or they just want to 120 us? I'm very confused. No, they got a Guzma. That is so weird. So they're going to KO the Zoroark But then what happens when we just return the knockout here? They have 0 cards in their hands. They have 1 card in their hand. It's their prize. Maybe they knew they had a high odds of taking like a draw supporter off the prizes. But yeah, this seems like it's going to be hard for my opponent if we do get the knockout here. And we should be able to, honestly. Let's go ahead and Lele. And we can bridge it down Zorua Exeggcute Pseudo. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That guarantees us the knockout. We are actually kind of running low on basics, though. Might need to find some puzzles. So we'll go Brigette. Get those 3 down. And we do have the Shaymin-EX. We'll trade Zoroark. We'll trade a Ghetsis. Not gonna really most likely be Ghetsis here since it's just like kind of random whatever card my opponent has. We do get a replacement DCE for next turn. We get Shaymin. We've got double puzzle to get back a Zorua. We maybe could have gotten back Zorua there. Don't hate that, but yeah, my opponent's just gonna go ahead and concede. We did have the knockout there, so it was going to be tough for my opponent, and if they didn't get anything off their prize, yeah, I really don't. They must have just prized like Lele's and Shaymin's and not had any option besides Golisopod, because that's very odd why they would leave themselves with such a dead hand. But we'll go ahead here and see if we can find another game and potentially get another win with Lonzoroark here. One of the strongest decks in Expanded, certainly, and we're going up against a Dark Grass Psychic Colorless deck, so it could be a Zoroark, a Lonzoroark mirror match. Could also potentially be like Golisopod Zoroark. We'll just see. My opponent is using a Zoroark coin and a Dark deck box, so it could be the mirror. They will get to go first, which is always unfortunate going second in the Stage 1 mirror. But we'll see if we're able to overcome anything. That would have been a decent hand if we had a basic Pokemon. Pretty good hand, honestly. And we are going to, unfortunately, mulligan, though. And we do get a Zorua. What do we start, though? I think I start the Grimer. Just based on what our hand is. We do only play 1, so Division's not really going to do anything for us. We could Slippery Sludge something. But if we start Zorua and we don't find another Zorua on the other end of this inn, we're just going to be in an awful position. So I kind of had to go with that. My opponent's playing the other Zorua, the Shining Legends one. Which, this artwork is just so cool. Ghetsis finds 0 cards for my opponent. That's kind of hilarious. But they get to see our hand is kind of bad. And looks like they're just going to see a DCE to the active. Sky Field comes out. They saw we had a Sky Field, and they're going to Shaymin for 3. So Ghetsis not working out for my opponent, unfortunately. But they get 3 Zoruas down anyway, so who needs a Brigette, right? And we top deck an Ultra Ball. Such a good top deck there, actually. So we'll go get rid of Acerola. Sky Field? Hex Skyfield. I think Acerola Skyfield is fine. And we'll go Lele for Brigette. That was a really good top deck. Lele, Brigette, and with Brigette we'll get Pseudo and 2 Zorua. We do have Muk in the deck, which is solid. I didn't see Fighting type in the preview, so my opponent might not play their own Sudowoodo, which would be great for us. And we'll go Brigette, and we'll grab 2 Zoruas, like I said, and the Pseudo. Limiting my opponent's bench, and we'll click to up. Should have divisioned, but that's fine. No reason to, I guess. So yeah, looks like my opponent did find Zoroark. If they get another basic, they will be able to knock out my Alolan Grimer. But if they don't get down their own Sudowoodo, it's going to be tough for them, that's for sure. And if we can get this first Zoroark knockout, that would be really great. I would actually be fine with him knocking out Grimer if we don't find... I'm totally fine with him knocking out the Grimer if he doesn't play Sudowoodo, like, because I don't really need Muk if he doesn't play Sudowoodo, and I want to keep my own Sudowoodo online. So let's see what Amir Piri here wants to do. They do have access to trade. They haven't played a supporter yet. They attached this energy this turn or last turn? Can't remember. It would be kind of odd. Ooh, no trades? Nothing? That's very strange. Okay. Alright, so not even going to attack. Maybe they timed out or disconnected. So we'll see if we can trade into a Float Stone. Or we have Computer Search, so that's got the Float Stone for us at least there. If we can actually foul play Riotous Beating, that's kind of hilarious. We need to find Choice Band, though. So I think we're probably not going to be able to foul play Riotous Beating. We can Shaymin, I guess. First, Shaymin before trade. I probably should have Shaymin before that first trade, actually. Yeah, let's go see if we can make it happen. If we whiff, I'd rather attack with this guy than this guy anyway, I guess, so that works out. And we'll go ahead and Shaymin for 3. We need one more basic and a Choice Band and a Float Stone. And we didn't get that. We can Shaymin again, though. But no, I'm just going to go ahead and get the guarantee Float Stone and hit this thing at least. But we do have a trade left, actually. So we could trade into this. We should have traded first. Totally forgot we had a trade. Should have traded first, because if we draw Float Stone, that's bad. And we didn't get there. We did not get there. So we'll just go foul play. And Trickster GX? No, we're going to Riotous Beating for 140. And yeah, I'm still kind of confused as to why my opponent didn't even attack the Grimer. And it looks like they did not time out. I don't know, maybe they just walked away for the computer for a second. Or their tablet, or whatever they're playing PTCGO on. And this can open up a Seismitoad knockout for us, which would be solid. Oh, actually, no, it can't, because it did 70, not... he's got 70 HP left, not 60. If he had 60, we could maybe find Choice Band, Seismitoad. So, Ultra Ball here. See what this is going to go for. Taking their time making their decisions. But we'll see what happens. Going to get rid of a Shaymin and a Puzzle of Time. And going to just get another Zoroark-GX. Field Blower is going to get rid of Sky Field, I assume. So we're going to need to find another Sky Field. And we're just going to get rid of Shaymin and Lele, I think. Or no, just Shaymin. Sorry, I miscounted. Rescue Stretcher. Gives them the Pokemon they need to take the knockout on my active. But we're still going to be in a pretty great position. They'll have just taken the one prize. And we're going to be looking pretty solid. He could retreat, but we do have Lysandre as an option. Gonna go ahead and just get that third Zoroark-GX in play. Exeggcute, so he's going to be able to trade the Exeggcute. Float Stone, Colress, so he's going to grab himself 9 cards, and he can retreat and attack with the Clean Zoroark, which is really good for him. And I think we might just go Lysandre this turn. I think we might just go Lysandre. It's Lysandre, not Guzma, right? Yep. N is also solid. Yeah, it's kind of dependent on the top deck. If we had gotten like Sky Field or something there, I maybe would have gone Colress, or N, I should say. But yeah, it looks like my opponent just does not play Sudowoodo. So I'm going to go Lysandre. Just take out one of his Zoroarks. And trade. I should have traded first. As always, I forget these things. Yeah, because then I could have Guzma and just knocked him out with this one. Should we rescue Stretcher back a Zorua? I think we'll just hold on to the rescue Stretcher at this point. Maybe we want to get Foul Play back at some point. And we can also maybe get back Shaymin to draw more cards. So we'll take a couple prizes. There's a puzzle and an egg, so egg is always useful. And we should be able to puzzle a time and hopefully make our way up to a knockout next turn. We get like Sky Field, Shaymin, rescue Stretcher back the Zorua, and set up and hopefully draw what we need. Or maybe we just get back like Sky Field via Seeker. Or no, we don't have Colress down here, do we? We don't, but we have Lele for Colress, so we should be able to manage it. And let's see what my opponent decides to send up. They've got a massive hand, but unfortunately, due to our Sudowoodo, not able to really do much with it. So you can just see how powerful this card is against Zoroark when you don't play a counter like Muk. So if my opponent at least played Muk, they'd maybe be able to do something. It's just not happening for him right now. Ultra Ball is going to get rid of. They do play Muk. And they do play their own Sudowoodo, so that's the first we've seen of that guy, of their little tree. So this game got a little more interesting. Just did not expect that. And we might be able to get our own Muk in play, though, this coming turn. I don't remember if it was in the deck. Classic Chip for getting those things. He's got a couple Exeggcutes. This looks like he's playing, yeah, 2 eggs. And Compressor comes out. Probably just going to thin out some stuff they don't want to draw anymore. I might go Acerola here, though. I can also double puzzle back for the Ultra Balls, so I can get Muk this turn. Oh no, some interesting choices. And what did they get rid of? Did they not get rid of anything? Just the Brigette, I guess? And did we just see a Guzma? No, they're going to KO our Sudowoodo. So now we really are kind of pressured to find the Muk. So they do KO our Sudowoodo. We have Rescue Stretcher, though, so we can just get that guy back. I think we're going to go Lele for Colress. We have a Sky Field in our discard pile, right? Yeah, we get Sky Field, Ultra Ball. Yeah, I think we're going to go all in on that. Yeah, Muk is in here, so we get Sky Field, Ultra Ball, and we just need to find Choice Bands and some Pokemon. And we're going to Ultra Ball away Brigette, Guzma. Yep. So we'll get Sky Field. and an Ultra Ball. Just to guarantee it. I guess we just get Computer Search, so if we change our mind, and so we hide information from our opponents. We'll get rid of Egg and Brigette, I guess. Do we want to keep the Guzma in the deck? I think so. And we'll just Propagation the Egg back before we put this dude out. And we will still have access to trades, but on the other end of the Colress. So we'll Muk, Egg. I should have counted my basics, actually. And we'll just get Zorua. And we'll go Colress. And we do still have 2 trades on the other end of the Colress to dig a little more. Okay, so we'll go Ultra Ball, get rid of Zoroark Ultra Ball. Another Zorua. We have the basics we need. We just need to find the Choice Band. And we don't really have any other dig, because there's not one in the discard pile. 12 card deck. We're going to draw 4 of them here. And we'll just get rid of Colress. Float Stone is maybe okay as well. I'm going to play a Puzzle of Time, actually. Yeah, I don't have any other dig. We'll play 3. And we don't hit it. That's bad. We don't even hit DCE. And we waste a puzzle. Do we have a way to shuffle the deck? Wow, how do... Oh, we should have double puzzled for Computer Search! Okay. Okay, okay. Didn't do that. That was foolish. We'll have a Mind Jack knockout next turn. Oh, that's so poor. Do we even trade now? Yeah. Don't want to draw that. I should have double puzzled for Computer Search. Okay. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Misplays are real. We do see his own Grimer, like we mentioned earlier. So maybe if I can trade into Guzma DCE, I can Mind Jack, knock out a clean Zoroark. But let's see what he goes for with this via Seeker. Gonna just go for Acerola, which is smart. Safe conservative. Should have traded first, though. Chose not to. Maybe he didn't really want to trade anything. And let's see if he can get his full bench plus his Choice Band. Man, 3 Choice Bands in that deck. We saw 4 cards and didn't hit. I should have Computer Searched, though, to guarantee it. That guarantees it. So, is he playing 2 puzzle or just 1? We can end him to 2, though, with no Zoroark in play if we get the knockout, so that's solid as well. And he's going to get back his own Mind Jack and an Ultra Ball. And just pass? He must have misclicked. He must have misclicked. Wow. I think we were in a fine position, though. That is so bad. That's so unfortunate that he misclicked and clicked end turn. So even if he does get the knockout there, I think we're okay. But, like, I think that game should have still just been over if I played correctly and got the Computer Search. So we did get a little lucky. Yeah, we're at 35 minutes. We'll go ahead and just grab one more game. gonna be a little longer of a video. I hate to end it on a video like that where it just like unfortunately ended because of a mistake, accidentally clicking done. It was gonna be close. If he did get the knockout there, I think we were still okay though, because we were gonna we would just have had to hit DCE off the end basically, because then we could have Mind Jack knocked him out, and we would have ended him to 2 with no Zoroark-GX in play. And this is not a good hand. So we'll see what happens. See what we can make happen. And looks like it is some sort of Zoroark deck. Brigette will give us an idea of what it is, what kind of Zoroark deck. Zoroark Lycanroc. There we see a DCE on our turn. Ultra Ball, really good top deck, Saving Grace right there. Let's go Ultra Ball. Karen Acerola. And I think we might just get Shaymin, honestly. Just because if we Brigette, we have a totally dead hand. Though Brigette is certainly good. I just don't want to leave ourselves with nothing. So we'll go Shaymin for 5. Float Stone Choice Band. Shaymin set up for 5. And now we have a pretty good setup and follow-up. So now we can go Brigette. Double Zorua Pseudo. And we'll end our turn. So now we have a good follow-up because we have the Colress in our hand. We've got N as an option as well. So I think Shaymining there ended up being correct. Ultra Ball. They can definitely just get Lycanroc and maybe try to knock out the Sudowoodo. But then we also have potential to return the knockout on the Lycanroc with our own Zoroark. And if we can find Rescue Stretcher and get Pseudo back, that would be really bad for my opponent. But they are going to find Lycanroc. Do they have a fighting? They are going to bring up Pseudo. And they're going to Colress for 9. So going all in on this play, seeing if they can find that, that fighting energy. Or if they find Zoroark DCE, that works as well. Looks like they find Mind Jack Zoroark, and they do find a Rainbow Energy, interestingly enough. So that means we only need 7 Pokemon in a Choice Band, right? 7 bench in a Choice Band. So that's good for us. We get DCE. The Mind Jack does suck, but I think we have to just kind of play into the fact that we're going to lose a knockout to Mind Jack. Like, it's going to happen at some point, right? And we can't really do much with our own Mind Jack, so we'll go Lele for Colress. I know we have one in our hand, but this just lets us draw one more card, so I like doing this. We find Compressor, Ultra Ball, Zoroark, so pretty good stuff here. We will have to try to trade into that Sky Field, though. We could Dangerous Rogue GX, actually, and I don't hate that. So I think we actually are going to go in on that play. What else can we get rid of? Hex. Brigette. Hex is good to have in the discard. I'll go ahead and Propagate. Trade. Maybe should have Ultra Balled for another Zoroark first, but this is fine. I don't really want to Ultra Ball anything, though. So that's why I'm kind of like, eh. And yeah, I think we will just go Foul Play Dangerous Rogue. You can Foul Play GX attacks. Do I want to Ultra Ball anything else away? We haven't seen Pseudo. I think we can get rid of... I feel really risky getting rid of Muk. That's like the only thing I'd trade away in this hand. Maybe the N. I think it's worth it to just set up another Zoroark. So we definitely get rid of Egg. In, I guess. We can always get back Muk with the rescue stretcher, though. And he might not play it. I should probably assume he does play it. That's probably the safest thing. But we'll go trade again. Field Blower. We find a via Seeker, so that's solid. So we'll just foul play Dangerous Rogue. Take the KO. 230 damage. Pretty nice. Pretty solid. And we get a Colress and a Lysandre, 2 solid prizes, of course. And yeah, we'll see what my opponent does. They can, of course, return a Mind Jack knockout. They can't knock out a Zoroark-GX with a Mind Jack, though, which is the main thing you want to try to avoid if you can. Zoroark-GX Mind Jack. And Guzma. So let's see what they bring up. Gonna bring up a Shaymin and just take a 2-prize knockout. Seems fine to me. We still can foul play knockout Zoroark with Mind Jack, so that's good. And we can actually end him to 3 as well with no GXs in play. So we'll do this. So we'll go here. Do we want to play anything else? I don't think so. Just end. Yes, gives me fewer cards, but also is really going to just mess with what my opponent's trying to do. And we get our own Grimer. We could actually just get back Sudowoodo. Let's shuffle back the 3 that aren't Exeggcute and see if we can trade into Pseudo. I don't really want to get rid of Colress or the Toad or the Grimer because I'm still not certain he doesn't play. Like I should be playing the whole time like my opponent does play Pseudo. So yeah, we're doing, because it's plus 10, right? Yeah, so we're taking the knockout. Trade away Egg. And we'll trade one more time. Yeah, I know these trades end up taking a while, just with the animations and everything. And Pseudo, give them to me. Nope. I think we'll go ahead and bench. Should we bench Grimer? I think we should, just in case my opponent slaps it out next turn. And we'll go foul play. Mind Jack. For 100 damage, exactly enough to take the knockout, because it is 10 plus. We only get 1 prize. I clicked 2, but we only get 1. And let's see what my opponent's got. We got a lot of Puzzle of Times in our hand. Choice Band is going to go onto Zorua. We're going to see an Ultra Ball. So probably going to grab Shaymin or Lele. Gonna go with Lele. And probably just Colress. Or maybe N. No, I wouldn't. Yeah, they wouldn't N. They would Sycamore or Colress here. It looks like they are going to Colress. Gives them 1 more card. So they need to find the Zoroark and DCE, and then they'll be able to knock out the Zoroark. But we've got a lot of outs, and with playing the Sky Field ROS, wow, we should be able to return this knockout. We got double puzzle to get back this Choice Band, to guarantee getting back Choice Band at least. I'm gonna go ahead and Shaymin set up. Maybe he plays like Pokemon Catcher or something, and he's going to try to get a GX knockout this turn. I don't like just coming up and attacking this Zoroark with the GX, because then we just have to take 1 more knockout to win the game. He's going to shuffle back Mind Jack Zoroark, Zorua, and a Lycanroc. And I think Ann is going to be our best option. We got to consider Like, he could Mind Jack knock out. Okay, maybe we can get, like, let's see if we got, like, Sudowoodo turns off, limits his bent. If we got, like, Guzma Sudowoodo killed Shaymin, that seems okay. And really limits his options. And he does play Muck himself. So I don't like that play as much anymore. Okay, so this is going to be close. Getting that... This guy is unfortunate. We could just pseudo... We have to get Ultra Ball. So we can go get Pseudo, Guzma, this guy. And then we only have 5 bench Pokemon. Then we could lose to like a big Hex. Should we just go for the big knockout and in? We've got 3 trades. And we're going to end him to 2. I think we definitely have to go like this and guarantee ourselves at least the... What if we just knock him out with this? No, we can't, actually, sorry. So we're going to get Choice Band for sure. DCE is probably not going to be useful. I guess we go Ultra Ball. Get rid of a Float Stone Colress. We actually don't have Guzma down here either, though. Okay, we're gonna get rid of these things. Doing this, I think this is our best option. We're gonna go Pseudo. See what he discards. He's happy. Gets rid of Shaymin. I'm okay with that. 'Cause I'm gonna knock out this Zoroark this turn. I'm gonna bench Toad. Should I Ghetsis or in? Do I even have Ghetsis down here before I say that? I don't. Yeah, so we're just gonna in. We definitely Shaymin. Guarantee the Pokemon. We got another Choice Band, so that's good. We can Ultra Ball again. Yeah, so off this end, he's literally going to have to draw, like, DCE, Zoroark. So we'll see. This guy's getting impatient. I just want to make sure I do everything right, my man. So let's Ultra Ball away Egg Colress. We're gonna mute this guy. And I know it'd take a little while. I don't think... I don't think there's really... Like, we could Ghetsis. That seems so risky. I don't want to Ghetsis. I'm gonna end. That's definitely safer. Oh, I should have... I got the Lele and I didn't even bench it. Oops. That's fine. And we can attach this. That doesn't really matter. We'll trade. We'll go ahead and propagate. And we'll play this turn out. And we'll just see if he has it. It's basically what it's going to come down to. Does he have it or not? Trade away Sky Field. We do have the Guzma for next turn. We'll go ahead and set up so we don't bench the egg. That doesn't really matter though. And trade this guy. We'll Field Blower, just so we don't draw it. We'll get rid of that. And we'll retreat, and we'll see if he's got it. So Righteous Beating. Take 2. Ultra Ball Ghetsis, so it wasn't even in the deck, sorry. And let's see what happens. He needs... Oh, there's Zoroark, so there's no Mind Jack, so he needs Guzma DCE. Guzma DCE or Lysandre DCE, and a Pokemon. There's a Pokemon. Sycamore. So he can't Guzma, so he should be good. We should be good. Unless he gets Sudowoodo, unless he gets Muk, Choice Band, DCE, and 4 more Pokemon. Muk, Choice Band, he's got the Choice Band, so now he needs Muk, DCE, and 4 Pokemon. Which is so unlikely. So unlikely. But it is the Pokemon trading card game. Crazier things have happened. There's the Muk. He has not traded yet. But he needs to trade into, like, literally... Like, he needs all 3 of the cards in his hand to be Pokemon, and he needs to trade into Pokemon DCE. So, I really don't feel like that's going to happen. But, like I said, crazier things have happened. And we certainly will win the game next turn. Let's see if this guy's saying anything now. See if he's got any anything to spam to us. We can give him a couple hellos. Give him a little taste of his own medicine. But, let's see what he's got. And, regardless of what he does, we have DCE in our hand. We've got Lysandre. Looks like he's going to go ahead and Field Blower. Probably away that thing. So we'll get rid of Grimer, Shaymin. He can't in us. Gonna trade, actually. So let's see what the trade finds him. He can't Shaymin set up because of his own Muk. And, yeah, we have a ton of ways to win the game next turn. If he was playing the Paralysis one, that wouldn't even matter because we could just Guzma. Looks like he's just going to pass and hope we don't have a Guzma, which we do. Maybe we can Hex. I really kind of want to, like, try to Hex and get a full bench and knock him out, so that's really greedy. We're not going to do that. We'll just go ahead and take the win. Guzma, take the KO, and well played to my opponents. There's the W. So that's going to do it for this video. The Lonzoroark deck, I made a couple mistakes along the way, but ended up working out okay for us in the end. And we got a couple wins, 3 wins in today's video. We did get a Boundaries Crossed pack, so I'll go ahead and go open that up. I know some of you guys like to watch pack openings, and looks like we got a Shaymin-EX. So overall, super successful video, I would say. And let's go see what we got out of this Boundaries Crossed pack. And this is a long video, almost an hour long. Wow. So really huge thanks to anyone who stuck with me to the end here. Stuck through a couple of weird plays, but ended up working out. So Boundaries Crossed, let's go ahead and open this puppy up. And Full Art Keldeo, that's what we're going for. Full Art Keldeo, Full Art Skyla, let's see it. We got a Munna, that card's pretty good. We've got a Reverse Holo Rare of a Toxicroak, not bad. And a Dusknoir. You know what? I will take it. Dusknoir is a pretty sweet Pokemon and definitely pretty useful and playable. So I'll throw the deck up one last time for anyone who wants to see it. As always, the deck list is in the description of the video. So there we go. Let me know what you guys think of the deck. Definitely very strong and something you should be prepared to play against in Dallas. So thank you guys so much for watching. And that is going to do it for me. Make sure you leave a like down below, like and subscribe, all that stuff, and follow me on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. All of those things are, as always, at TrainerChip. That's going to do it for me, guys, and until next time, take care.